Moscow, the capital city of Russia, is a vibrant and dynamic metropolis that seamlessly blends its rich history with modern developments. As the political, economic, and cultural heart of the country, it plays a central role in shaping Russia's identity and direction. Situated in the western part of the country, Moscow is not only one of the largest cities in Europe but also the most populous city in Russia, with a population exceeding 12 million. The city's significance is reflected in its architectural landmarks, such as the iconic Kremlin, Red Square, and St. Basil's Cathedral, all of which symbolize its deep historical roots. Moscow's modern landscape is marked by impressive skyscrapers, a booming tech industry, and thriving business districts, showcasing its global influence. Additionally, Moscow is a cultural hub, with world-class museums, theaters, and galleries that attract both locals and tourists. A major transportation center, Moscow is well connected by an extensive metro system and serves as a key gateway for international travel. The city is also known for its diverse population, which brings together people from across Russia and around the world. Moscow is a city where history and modernity coexist, making it a fascinating place to explore and experience the dynamic pulse of Russia. The Kremlin, located at the heart of Moscow, is a symbol of Russia's rich history and political power. This vast fortified complex has been central to Russian governance for centuries, originally serving as the residence of Russian czars and later as the headquarters of Soviet leaders. It is surrounded by impressive walls and towers, with several notable structures inside, including government offices, palaces, churches, and museums. One of the most famous landmarks of the Kremlin is Red Square, a historic plaza that serves as the focal point for major political and cultural events in Russia. Just adjacent to the Kremlin, Red Square is home to the St. Basil's Cathedral, renowned for its colorful onion domes, which represent a striking and unique architectural style. The cathedral was built in the 16th century and is now a museum. The Kremlin's significance extends beyond its physical structures. It represents the heart of Russia's political system, with the Grand Kremlin Palace, the Assumption Cathedral, and the Ivan the Great Bell Tower among its notable features. Throughout history, the Kremlin has been a symbol of Russian power, influencing not only the nation's politics but also its art, culture, and military. Today, the Kremlin remains an important center of Russian authority and a popular tourist destination, attracting millions each year who come to admire its historic beauty and power. Red Square is one of the most famous landmarks in Russia, located at the heart of Moscow. It serves as both a political and cultural center, holding significant historical importance. The square has been the site of major events, including military parades, celebrations, and protests, and has been the backdrop for some of Russia's most defining moments. Red Square is bordered by several iconic structures that highlight Russia's rich history and architectural heritage. St. Basil's Cathedral, located in Moscow's Red Square, is one of Russia's most iconic landmarks. Completed in 1561 under the orders of Ivan the Terrible, it was constructed to commemorate the Russian victory over the Khanate of Kazan. The cathedral is renowned for its distinctive and colorful onion domes, which are arranged in a way that resembles a flame of a bonfire rising into the sky. Designed by the architects Postnik Yakovlev and Ivan Barma, the structure blends Byzantine and Russian architectural elements, making it a unique expression of Russian religious and cultural identity. The cathedral's vibrant colors, including shades of red, green, blue, and gold, contribute to its otherworldly appearance, making it a symbol of Russian creativity and craftsmanship. Although originally a single church, the cathedral is now a complex of multiple chapels. Over the centuries, St. Basil's has come to represent not just religious significance but also Russian resilience and artistry. Its captivating design and storied history make it a must-see for visitors to Moscow, and it remains one of the most photographed buildings in the world. The State Historical Museum is one of Moscow's most iconic landmarks, located at the northern end of Red Square. This museum plays a vital role in showcasing Russia's rich and diverse history. Its collection spans a wide range of artifacts, from prehistoric times to the modern era, offering a deep dive into the development of Russian culture, politics, and society. The museum is housed in an imposing and ornate red brick building, which is an excellent example of 19th-century Russian architecture. The structure's design was influenced by the Byzantine style, with striking arches, towers, and decorative elements, making it a symbol of Russia's historical grandeur. It was constructed between 1875 and 1883, and its design was inspired by the Moscow Kremlin, reflecting the nation's imperial past. Inside the museum, visitors can explore numerous exhibits, including ancient artifacts, medieval weapons, art, and cultural items, all providing insights into the evolution of the Russian state, from the Kievan Rus to the present day. The museum also features collections dedicated to key historical events, such as the Russian Revolution, World War II, and the rise of the Soviet Union. The State Historical Museum not only offers an educational journey through Russia's past but also serves as an architectural masterpiece that is integral to the cultural heritage of Moscow. GUM, Glavny Universalny Magazine, is a historic department store located on the eastern side of Moscow's Red Square, adjacent to the Kremlin. It is one of the city's most iconic buildings, renowned for its architectural splendor and significance in Russian commercial history. GUM was built between 1893 and 1896, designed by architect Alexander Pomerantsev. The building features a distinctive glass-roofed arcade, which was innovative for its time, allowing natural light to flood the interior. This grand, sprawling structure is an example of Russian neoclassical and eclectic design, with a symmetrical layout and ornate facades. Its construction marked a significant development in Russian architecture and retail, as it combined the convenience of a modern shopping mall with the grandeur of imperial Russian style. Over the years, GUM has played a central role in Moscow's commercial life. During the Soviet era, it underwent several transformations, serving as a symbol of Soviet prosperity and central planning. The store was initially filled with goods, though, during certain periods, the availability of consumer products fluctuated, especially during the era of scarcity. Following the collapse of the Soviet Union, GUM was privatized and underwent extensive renovations, re-emerging as a modern luxury shopping destination. The Seven Sisters skyscrapers, constructed in the 1950s during the reign of Joseph Stalin, are iconic examples of Stalinist Gothic architecture. This architectural style blends the design principles of Western skyscrapers with grandiose elements inspired by Russian classical and Baroque traditions. The buildings were part of a broader initiative to showcase Soviet power, strength, and modernity, symbolizing the USSR's emerging global stature and technological prowess. These imposing structures stand as a testament to the ambition and vision of Soviet leaders at the time. The Seven Sisters were designed not just to be functional, but to make a statement. The architecture features towering spires, ornate facades, and lavish interiors, drawing influence from the Gothic style as well as Russian imperial palaces and churches. The structures are a striking contrast to the utilitarian Soviet architecture of the earlier 20th century. The Moscow State University (MSU) building, the tallest and most famous of the Seven Sisters, stands at an impressive height of 240 meters, 790 feet. Completed in 1953, it remains a prominent feature of Moscow's skyline and serves as a center for higher education. MSU is particularly renowned for its panoramic views of the city, as it rises above the Moscow River. The building's grand and imposing design embodies the Soviet ideal of power and prestige, integrating aspects of classical and modern architectural techniques, including lavish interiors, sculptures, and symbolic details reflecting Soviet ideology. The Seven Sisters, including other landmarks like the Hotel Ukraina and the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, continue to be important symbols of Soviet architecture, blending the ambition of the Soviet Union with artistic and cultural elements from Russia's past. Today, they remain key components of Moscow's identity and architectural heritage. Indeed, Moscow is a fascinating blend of history and modernity. As the capital of Russia, it showcases architectural masterpieces from various centuries. The city's rich historical legacy is visible in its iconic landmarks like the Kremlin, Red Square, and St. Basil's Cathedral, which evoke the grandeur of the Tsarist era. At the same time, Moscow has embraced contemporary architecture with sleek skyscrapers in areas like Moscow City, where modern glass and steel structures rise alongside the older buildings. Moscow's streets are a unique juxtaposition of the old and new, where Soviet-era monuments, Orthodox churches, and traditional Russian architecture coexist with luxury shops, cutting-edge technology, and art galleries. This vibrant mix reflects the city's cultural resilience and adaptability, constantly evolving while retaining its deep historical roots. The city's metro system, for example, is renowned not only for its efficiency but also for its stunning, Soviet-era design, offering a glimpse into the past while catering to the needs of today's bustling metropolis. Moreover, Moscow's dynamic cultural scene, with its theaters, museums, and vibrant nightlife, further exemplifies this fusion of past and present, making it one of the world's most intriguing and multifaceted cities.